All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending our business advocacy meeting today, where we're going to get a great update on I-40, I-77 projects going on in our greater Statesville area. I know everyone here is interested in hearing about them as much as I am. My pleasure to welcome Matthew Evans, who's the project manager and our local NCDOT representative here in Statesville area. We are so happy to have you, Matthew. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Shannon. Shannon said, my name is Matthew Evans. I'm a resident engineer with the North Carolina Department of Transportation. So my duties consist of project administration for our construction projects, mostly in Iredell and Alexander counties. The one we're here to talk about today is by far the largest that we've had ever in this region. So my duties with this project is just oversee the construction to ensure that the department, the taxpayers, that we're getting the quality of work. We're doing that work within the state and federal guidelines. So I'm just going to give a quick update, open it up for any questions as we go. If you guys have questions, just let me know. All right, so I'm just going to start with some project highlights. So, a lot of people we talk to, the first thing you hear about the I-40, I-77 project is this has been under construction for a long time. And while that's true, there's different phases of construction. Back in 2012, we started with the I-3819A, or part one of the project. Originally, when this project was scoped out as so large, we had to break it up and break it into two different projects. You had the A project and then the B project. The A project, mostly finished up in 2017. And then we ultimately decided as a department that the best way for project delivery for the second project was a design build type project. So a design build is an alternate type of project delivery. And what we do is we actually hire a contractor to design and construct the project. So we went through the award process and awarded the contract to Lane Construction and WSP. They're makes up the design build team. They're a team together. WSP Engineering does the design, and Lane Construction, actually builds the project, constructs the project. It is a $260 million project, so very large. Some of the highlights, what we're doing is we're constructing a partial turbine interchange at I-40 and at I-77. So the clover leaf design is going away. This is a much safer, allows for a lot more traffic. Also, we're widening I-40 from Radio Road to Old Moxville Road. We're building a collector distributor lanes on I-40 East for I-77. Also, we're widening I-77 from James Sowers Road to Salisbury Road. Also, under a separate project, but it's combined within this contract, we'll be widening East Broad Street from Vine Street to Signal Hill and realigning East Side Drive. This is to allow better access management and better traffic movements on East Broad Street. We'll be replacing, we've actually already replaced the US 64 bridge and the Broad Street Bridge is well under construction. So we have two new bridges there. We're replacing the bridges on I-77 over 4th Creek and I-40. Those are underway. We're widening bridges on I-40 over US 21. Over the collector distributor loop of US 21. And we are also removing the existing bridges on I-40 over the closed ramp from US 64. So we removed that ramp as part of the first project. So this project, we're actually taking out the old bridges. So, the questions I get a lot is, driving down the road, what's going on and what's happening? So I thought I would touch on the kind of the project phasing. One challenging aspect of this project is we have to maintain the existing traffic. highly traveled, two highly traveled interstates, so we have to maintain the existing travel patterns while we do this work. So the way we accomplish that is through project phasing. So this is for I-40. It's going to be very similar for I-77. So at the top, the existing is, you know, what was out there before we started. Phase one is we installed temporary asphalt in the median. Then phase two, we shift traffic onto that temporary asphalt, which is where we're at right now. We drive, you know, 40 or 77. We're well into that phase two area where we have traffic shifted over and we're constructing the outside. And then phase three, we shift traffic to the outside that we have constructed and begin reconstructing / widening the median and existing roadway. And you'll see the same thing, very similar for I-77 as well. I think, you know, talking with our contractors, with our design teams, probably the most challenging aspect of this project is the phasing for traffic, to be able to build what we need to build while we still maintain the traffic flow. So currently we're about 58% complete with the project based on money. Some upcoming, you know, milestones, what we're, you know, things you can expect to see coming up within the next year. Is for I-40 eastbound and westbound. You know, we'll be shifted onto the new concrete pavement kind of on the outside by the winter of 2021. I-77 will be shifting traffic in the spring of 22, and you'll probably see some of that actually this winter, but as a whole, you know, next spring we'll have traffic shifted to the outside so we can reconstruct the inside. We look at having Davie Avenue complete by the summer of 22, East Broad Street, have it complete by the winter of 22. And both Davie Avenue and East Broad Street is underway. Davie Avenue is a little bit further advanced than East Broad Street due to utility relocations, but here in the next several weeks, you're going to start seeing a lot more work occur on East Broad Street. And then overall on I-40 and I-77, you know, hopefully be complete by the summer of 23. The majority of what we drive on, what we see will be done in 22, and then some final paving. You know, we're hoping some, you know, final pavement markings. You know, all that will be complete by 22. So, or by 23. So, a lot of what you know we'll see as the public driving down the road will be complete by 22. Next, I was going to share a few photos that some recent drone footage there. We can go through these. And kind of what I guess I can kind of describe what we're looking at too. So this is from I-77 on the northern part of the project. I don't know if you see my mouse, but this bridge right here over in the southwest quadrant, it's about a approximately like 2,300 feet long bridge. Very complicated bridge. It's one of the things we started early on the project. Probably have another photo of it.
I was just gonna let you know, Matthew, we do not see your mouse, so just so you know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you could see it or not. So what we're looking at here is going to be the new ramp and crane that's set up there building a new bridge. This is the ramp to go from I-40 westbound to I-77 north or south. You'll see off in the distance some a bridge cap, couple fence that's been constructed, and that's where I-40 west to 77 south traffic will go, and then I-40 west, I-77 northbound kind of roll up the dirt within the dirt grade off the screen. And here is the bridge I was telling you about, that, you know, like 2,300 feet long. It's very, very complicated because it has straight concrete girders with a curved bridge deck and super elevation changes. So the slope of the road changes And here's some renderings of the final product.
Matthew, we're not seeing those renderings.
Okay, they're not coming up yet?
Just the photos still.
It may take a minute for them to show up since they're such a large.
Looking at another view of the bridge.
Okay, so I'm actually on the rendering.
Now we're on the rendering. They're on rendering now.
Okay, yeah. So, you know, and we'll watch a video in a minute. Hopefully it'll play. But yeah, so this is just what the final product will look like. As you can tell, we are leaving one of the ramps in that was part of the original cloverleaf design. However, it is being reconstructed to provide a more consistent radius and longer acceleration. That's where the term partial turbine comes in. It's not a full turbine. We're still leaving this part of this ramp in. It'll be a new ramp, but kind of similar to the cloverleaf for this portion. And one thing, you know, when we look at the future, you know, if you guys travel 7740, you know, live in the Statesville area, you know that it's getting pretty congested. So basically the original cloverleaf design has outlived its design life. I think it was built in the late 1960s. Currently, we have about 70,000 cars a day traveling through this interchange. By 2035, it will grow to estimated at 110,000 cars a day. You know, so this area is a growing area, and we want our infrastructure, you know, to keep up with that. So, the highlights of the project that we're really improving the safety aspect of the interchange, plus the congestion part as well. And then here's another rendering. I'm not sure if it showed up yet. Give it just a moment. Any questions while we wait?
I asked everybody to put them in the chat box, but so far no one has. But I did have a question if you want to answer it right now or wait till the end, which is sort of the best way for people to see the updates on these projects. Where is there a link online?
Yeah. Yep. So we have a project webpage for this project. If you go to ncdot.gov and click on projects, it's one of the highly profile projects in the state. So you'll see the I-3819B, I-40/I-77 project. You can read more. We do keep that updated. We work with our communications team. They ask pretty regularly if we have you know, updates to provide. So we try to get that. We'll definitely start seeing some dates change as far as when we're you know, going to be complete with the project. Try to get that out there, get that information out to you guys. That's the best place. Has it showed up yet, Shannon?
No. I mean, it's another rendering. I
got you. I may jump to the video and see if it will play. If not, maybe I can go to YouTube and get it.
Also, I'm putting the, oh, I do have a question for you, Matthew, while you're doing that.
Okay.
Someone's wanting to know how they can become vendors, accommodations for the construction crew, or how they can get involved, help with accommodations for your vendors.
Okay, now say that one more time.
How can folks become involved with the vendors for accommodations, meaning they need hotel rooms, things like that? How can they connect?
How can they get involved with it? I got you. Yeah, so I can actually get you in contact with the project manager for Lane Construction, because they do have crews that stay here. You know, subcontractors bring crews in from all over the United States that's here. Lane itself, the prime contractor, they have crews that travel, that stay here a lot. So I can definitely get you some contact information that you guys can get up with. His name's Casey Hurley. Casey's the project manager, and he can have those conversations with you all.
All right, great, thanks. Also, I put the website up for the projects page, so if anyone wants to click on it, it's up there, and you can look at what Matthew recommended. All right, video's up. Let's see if it'll play for us.
Okay, I just hit play on my end.
Make sure your volume is up on your phone so we can hear if there's any sound. So far, it's not moving yet.
Has it started moving yet?
Yeah, it's going. It's just a little slow.
So I'll start, I'm not sure what you guys are seeing, but it starts on I-40 on the west end of I-40 back towards NC-115 and then progresses towards Old Knoxville Road.
It's lagging a little bit, but now it's over the new rendering.
And also, Shannon, I can share a link to this as well.
Great, that'd be great. Okay, we're moving down 40 a little bit. While this is going, does anyone else have questions for Matthew? This is a great time to pick his brain about anything you have thoughts on. Same for our Facebook Live viewers. If you have questions, let us know. Right now we're on Interstate 77.
Yep, so you're just starting on 77. So starting right at Salisbury Road, East Broad Street is what you're looking at right there with the new concrete bridge. And we'll go up 77 to the interchange. I think it kind of goes around the interchange to give you different angles of it.
Will there be any, you mentioned there was going to be some activity with East Broad Street Bridge. Is there going to be some lane closures that we need to be aware of for people that travel that route?
We will have some coming up for sure. We just put in a traffic shift so we can start some drainage work. I can definitely keep you updated when we do have the lane closures. I don't know right off when. I know we're getting close to doing that work. So, and that will take lane closures.
I have a vested interest in that particular because I come on that off of 77 north every morning to go take the children to school. So that'd be helpful to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
I'm sure.
A lot of them yeah, so a lot of them will occur at night,
okay.
But there may be some during the day.
Very good.
Yeah, anything that's really impacting traffic, we try to do our best to schedule that not so it's a lesser of an impact. So now it's kind of going around the interchange.
Still kind of lagging.
I'll definitely put that as soon as this gets done playing, Shannon, get a link in there for everybody.
Okay, great. And personally, it's pretty a pretty amazing looking feat there when you see it all put together.
It really is. You know, it's gonna be a lot better than what we currently have. You know, been a work in progress for a little bit of time, but I know you travel through the corridor. I'm sure you guys travel through there a lot, and you know, you see narrowed lanes, narrow shoulders, concrete barrier wall, orange barrels, and kind of think when is this going to end? But it's getting close for us, and you know, the end product is just real. I think really going to help this area in more ways than one. You know, as far as the safety, then the congestion part of it, and maybe even the economical impacts, and get into that. There's the whole different side of things, the whole different side of it. So anybody have any questions? I did post a link to the YouTube video. That way, if anybody wants to go back and watch it or watch it in a little better quality there, it's on YouTube.
Anyone have any more questions for Matthew? All right, they're ready. They're quite grouped today.
Understand. Hey, it's Friday, so that's all I really had. Kind of where we're at, where we're going to be going. Still a lot of work to do. I say the last 4 or 5 months, a lot of work's went on. 2022 will be the same way. You'll see a lot of construction work, a lot of bridges, and then hopefully be kind of winding down at the end of 22, and then just maybe some final paving and pavement marking, striping, things like that into 23.
Any other future projects in the queue that you're aware of, that beyond these big ones that we just talked about?
I mean, we do have, there's projects in the Iredell County area for sure. You have, and I don't, now this is kind of outside of my realm for some dates, but it's just some projects that are out there that's coming in the future. The NC 150 widening, US 21 right here, from like Fort Dobbs Road back down to Pump Station, which is right there at the Cookout, Chick-fil-A. We're going to widen that. The realignment of Shoemaker Drive and Jane Sowers Road. Down in Mooresville, you have the Williamson Road, Brawley School Road. It's probably some of the highlight projects, I guess.
Awesome. I don't know if you want to talk about this, if this is in your scope, but how some people may not realize or know how projects sort of get assigned in priority. Can you chat on that for a minute?
I can talk probably high level about it. We have a state transportation improvement program, and that you work through planning organizations, and projects get prioritized, through that type of process. And then once we get there and, get identified, get funding, and we have to get right away, relocate utilities. So it takes a little bit of time to make all that happen. And, for us, there's processes you have to follow. You have to get the design, then get the right of way, and then get the utilities relocated. And that stuff takes time. But yeah, basically, we have a plan that like this, commonly referred to as the STIP, State Transportation Improvement Program. Mm-hmm. And that's developed, working with the department, with the different planning organizations, the, local governments in that aspect of it.
Very good. Really quick, anybody have a last minute question for Matthew? All right. If not, thank you so very much. Is there a way for them to contact you if they have questions later on down the road?
Yes. Yes. I will post my contact information into the chat, email or phone. So I'll do that right now.
Great. And we'll post up this recording on it. We've been doing it live on Facebook, but it'll stay there, but we'll also record it. We've recorded it and we'll put it on our YouTube channel and send it out to everyone that registered today, and it'll be on our newsletter and our blog page by next week. So thank you so much, Matthew. We appreciate your time today.
Absolutely. If anyone has any questions, feel free to reach out to me and I'll try to answer them or point you in the right direction.
All right. Thank you. Have a great Friday, everyone.
Thanks, Shannon. Bye.
Thank you, Shannon. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Shannon.
Welcome.